Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again, light it up. Represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again, light it up. Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again, light it up. Represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again, light it up. Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again, light it up. Represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you put on earth just to keep a nigga down. Put a nigga out his misery, put a nigga out of the game. You just a Succubus. Wanna put a nigga out, wanna drain. Wanna put a nigga out, wanna drain. Wanna suck a nigga dry, wanna take everything that he worked hard for. You just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just on all earth to work for the devil. You's not no real one. You just Succubus, you just go on earth to drain. You just drain a nigga from the soul, from the spirit. You just drain a nigga everything work hard for. Get out the way, you just Succubus. 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 Wanna drain a nigga dry, drain a nigga, take everything work hard for. Drain a nigga dry, drain a nigga spirit, his soul and his energy. Wanna take a nigga out of the game, wanna be in the way, wanna block a nigga from getting where you need to be. Wanna take a nigga out, wanna drain, wanna be the Succubus that you're born to be. You wanna drain, wanna be the Succubus that you're born to be. You's a Satan, you's an enemy. You's a devil, you work for the devil. Succubus, drain a nigga dry. You ain't of God. All you do is block, all you do is strive.
Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again,
You just a Succubus.
Represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. You drop the way, you just a Succubus. Wanna drain me, wanna take everything that a nigga work hard for. Wanna drain a nigga dry, wanna drain a nigga from everything that he know. Block a nigga path, wanna take him every dog. Take a nigga off his road. Wanna drain a nigga that he didn't even work hard for. Take a nigga everything that he worked hard for. Bitches, you ain't nothing but a Succubus. Bitch, you ain't nothing but a Succubus. Keep a nigga energy low, use a Succubus. Tryna take a nigga spirit and a soul, Succubus. Tryna take a nigga way to the power, Succubus. You in the way, just get out the way, you just a Succubus. You ain't got no dreams, you ain't got no passions, you ain't got no dreams, you ain't got no passion, you ain't got shit, just wanna do the nigga dry. Take everything that a nigga work hard for, militaristic. You ain't got no dreams, all you wanna do is drain a nigga dry. Wanna drain a nigga brain, wanna drain a nigga time, wanna drain a nigga heart, wanna drain a nigga energy, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Wanna bleed a nigga, wanna bleed him till he dead. Wanna bleed a nigga till he bread. Drain a nigga dry. All you wanna do is suck a nigga till he dry. All you wanna do is take everything that a nigga work hard for. You just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way, you just a Succubus. Fuck out the way. Wanna bleed a nigga, take everything that a nigga work hard for.
Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again,
Fuck out the way.
Represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Fuck out the way.
Represent, gotta do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Work for the enemy.
Represent, had to do it hella big, had to run it back again.
Fuck out the way. You just a Succubus. 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 Wanna bleed a nigga dry.